Yeah, we got you, John Bakuru. Thank you very much. Let me give the microphone to the other panelists equally to react. Paddy Asanga, it's your time to react. I know you might want to react to what John Bakuru has said, but I don't want you to focus entirely on that. I want you to.
I'm going to focus on what I have to focus on. Well, please.
Because I want you to equally add something which Mr. Diom Emmanuel said. He highlighted the fact that the Francophone majority is dominated by France. France equally has a role to play in the presidency in Cameroon.
You see, Luis.
Now,
I know what you want to talk about, and you see. When you see people seated in the diaspora and are throwing this diatribe that is coming from John Bakuru, you know they have a congenital problem with this country. There are other frauds, like, how do you call this, pastor? Scammers, debtors, who are using this thing as a way to run away from what their crimes.
Let's focus
no, we have to put the things clear. And that is, I am telling you, this man has worked on CRTV. These are people who were calling us rascals with Boa Habed when we were students fighting at the university. He cannot come and sit here and tell me that La Republique is this, La Republique is this. Country cannot be separated. And when they say they are going to, Ayuk Tabe is not fighting for independence, not fighting for this. Who is Ayuk Tabe, first of all? Go to his background and find out who this person is. Why they are saying this nonsense? They are putting this nonsense and this diatribe out here because they know that Francophones believe that an Anglophone can rule this country. They want to paint that impression that an Anglophone cannot rule this country because they have their agenda, collecting money from people who are naive left and right and trying to pay their rents where they are. It's not me who's saying. Their donors are calling for them to come and give them account. So when they say all these things, to me it is very, very painful from somebody who left this country and was still collecting his salary. He says that he is member of the consortium. Who voted him to be the member of the consortium? When did he come in? These people are fundamentally, who say they want independence, dishonest. You cannot say that you consume a marriage and you want to, or you come with stay, you deliver children, and today you say the only solution is to kill the child, divide the child. What are we talking about? There are more Francophones, Anglophones in the 10th-speaking region of Cameroon than in the diaspora combined. All these people who are sitting there, somebody like John Bakuru who is talking, he's merely seeking for asylum. That's what he's looking for. He has nothing else to offer. He wants to stay in America, dream of a career of journalism like the one of Eric Tinje. That's his sacred agenda. So all of these people who are saying all this nonsense in the diaspora, they have sacred agenda. They'll come and tell you that, oh, Paddy is talking because he is a federalist. He's not. I'm entitled to my own opinion. None of you seated there preaching that thing has paid that price like some of us. When I was in the university, they dismissed us. Some of you were clapping because you were in a stick. You knew that you were going to be civil servant, and you thought that it was finished for us. So please, Luis,
as well, and let's
I will respect his opinion when they respect other people's opinion, and don't start stigmatizing people and sending people's children to go and kill other people.
Now,
this is what they are doing.
We'll focus on the topic
of
today, which
the
is
possibility of. I had to respond to them in very strong terms. The possibility of Anglophone president, it is there. And that's why we came out with the platform One Cameroon. One Cameroon is this platform that brings all the Francophones and Anglophones together to vote against the system. It happened. And they keep resolving the memory of Abe Mukong. Abe Mukong, who had been in Mantum prison and all the prisons of it, was the one who created that link, because there were people who wanted the SDF to be an Anglophone party. But he said no. Abe Mukong and late Dr. Siga Asanga said no. Let's lobby and see how we can bring in our Francophone brothers, and that's how they voted an Anglophone. So that possibility is still there. That's why I'm talking about the political parties putting themselves together and agreeing on that agenda. I'm not going to force anybody for it. But the other issue is this. When somebody has set as goal that he wants to die for a lie, you cannot take it away from it. And you don't need 90% to win a debate or to win an election. You need just 51%. And I think that majority of Cameroonians of good faith know and believe in it, that an Anglophone president is possible. The political class, I'm not talking about people who are sitting in the diaspora and just running their mouth. The political class in this country that I'm visiting, that I'm talking to every day, they are of that opinion. One thing that you don't see them going vocal, there is a saying in our African adage, is that when you pick a stone to shoot a bird and that bird sees it, it's going to fly away. That's why there are strategies going on the ground that these people will not know. I will not even, if you tell them today that this person wants to be the Anglophone president, they will start calling him blackleg and send rascals to go and kill him. So it is not like we don't have people who can be an Anglophone president. We have people in this country that can be an Anglophone president. So when we look at it from that premise now, what are the mechanisms that we can put in place, contrary to just hoping that Mr. Biya would be very clement to our people? That's where the debate is. We should have a plan A, plan B, and plan C. We should not just sit there and assume that things will happen. And you cannot do it with people who think like my friend John Bakuru, who is hiding somewhere in Maryland. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.